put some on because
All right,
I have
cool.
no idea what's going on. We back. All right. Hey, man.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. So this is a little different.
What? What's up?
My assistant hits me. She's like, getting a lot of sales. This kit is a hit.
Oh, man.
Like, good for you. It's something different about it.
That Moonrise is slapping a little different, man.
Yeah, it's something different about. But I told you what it was. Like, I think I figured it out. How to.
Oh.
Yeah.
Please. When Ben Trapping 4 come out, show that love.
Show the same love.
Show the same love.
Facts.
IG is about to start charging for live streams. They like, yeah, y'all making too many gems.
Right.
Too much money is being made.
And we heard some shit ringing off when y'all be on there.
We know what that sound is.
Mm-hmm. Not gonna fool us. Fool.
I definitely think if you have certain words in your post that they understand what it is and they throttle. We are going through something like that right now.
Yeah, they throttled the hell out of us.
They throttled us, cuz.
Facts.
We won't timeline. You know, Kendall Blue. Shout out to Kendall Blue.
Hey, Kendall Blue is it?
Kendall Blue was the original. He originally was hating on us in the podcast. He was talking trash, but he's come along, man.
I'm not gonna lie, that was Triz's nemesis for like one full show.
One full episode that was like the nemesis, but we've came a long way. You know,
I think that was one of your drunk episodes.
It might have been. I had a couple drunk episodes and they were real spicy.
Yeah,
I'm trying to put them in the past. You know what I mean?
Lord,
Judge me by my heart, not my head, as they say.
I was about to say, Lord knows we've both had those episodes.
See, that's what makes me not feel as bad because I have my drunk episodes where I was like going off on some stuff, but Oracle got his too.
Woo, yes I do.
Yeah, so we equally in here. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm trying to finagle some specialness on my phone right now. I'm trying to.
Man, it sucks, bro. Because this IG thing, I was excited to have the guest on, man. We're gonna have to figure this out.
I know, because that would have been really. We're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Questions: have you ever been had someone turn down a beat for it being too simple?
No. Never.
Yeah. You gotta think of it like this too. Not every beat is for every person. That beat might not just be for them.
Yeah.
I don't look at it. When people say they don't want something, I don't take it. No offense, bro. I look at it like, oh, that's not for them, or you just not on the wave, bro.
Fact.
That's the way I look at it. Like, yo, I'm on the fucking wave. You just ain't got there yet.
Yeah, you don't understand.
Yeah, you don't understand yet.
No harm, no foul. That's on you.
Let me give you something you understand. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And that's your job as a producer, is to kind of figure out, like, okay, they like this. They don't like this. What are they going to gravitate to?
That's true. If you got a Korean barbecue restaurant, somebody coming there for some Italian food,
and we look real crazy.
they just in the wrong place.
Yeah.
That don't mean that your menu is wrong.
Take your ass to Carrabba's down the street.
Ooh, not Carrabba's though. I've never been to a Carrabba's.
Me either. I'll eat that.
Damn, not Carrabba's, son.
When we getting Brian Kidd, though? Man, that's a good question.
That is a good question. Listen, everybody asks me about Brian Kidd. Like
I'll be asking you about Brian. Like,
nah, you the closest. You know him better than anybody else. I'm like, I ain't talking to Brian about. I don't know. It's been a minute, dog.
How people do you for Brian is how people do me for you.
Damn, that's.
People
now I get it.
People hit me with like, yo, can I talk to Oracle, yo? I'm like, dog, just hit him, dog.
Hit him.
Oracle pick up the phone all the time.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but people just act like bro, whatever marketing thing that you did of getting this, like, I can't be touched, people don't want to even contact me thing, but they know exactly who I am.
It's introverted. I'm very introverted. And you never see me anywhere. Before this show.
That is true.
You were like
you were a myth.
You know, the whatever, the white leopard or whatever it was. Yeah, because I would never be anywhere, but people knew of me.
Damn, my phone was dead.
Yeah, your shit was hot of there.
My jerk about to pop out the casket like Famous Amos. Famous.
That's terrible.
Let's see. JDT Beat says back in the building. Beats Music said we back.
Are the giveaways good for marketing when they involve a lot of steps? You know what? If I could be totally honest, it's something we're finding out now.
Yeah.
We've done giveaways with a lot of steps. I think this one might have the least amount of steps.
It's very simple.
Either one of us did. So we'll let you know on July 19th.
I mean, my thoughts I feel like the more steps you're asking for people, the higher the prize got to be. If the prize is $10,000, somebody's gonna do a lot more shit than a prize is $100. You get what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So I guess it depends on your prize. It depends on who you are as a person, your influence. All that kind of plays effect to what's going on. But I would keep it simple. True. We had a conversation like, should we do it this way where people could do all these entries, or should we keep it simple? Or it was like, keep it simple.
Yeah, I think we should keep it simple. As someone who's done, I've probably done about 4 or 5 giveaways, and my prizes have ranged from what I would call baseline useful to extravagant. I've learned 2 things. The main thing is the prize that you offer really does not weigh as heavily as you think on the participation in your giveaway. It seems like if you offer this outrageous prize that people will be more inclined to get into it. No, I think it's the inclusiveness, and I think it might be the ease of getting into it and the ease of doing it that might spark the participation.
Exactly.
But as I said, we'll find out on this one though.
Yeah. And if y'all haven't, just go to any one of our Instagram profiles between me, Sound Oracle, Busyworks Beats, Diego, the producer kit. It's the post on there. It's tag 3 of your producer friends.
Facts.
That's all you gotta do. And that's it. Tag 3 producer friends.
Yeah.
And make sure you follow everybody in that little list, and you can win.
Beats Music said, "Yo, UnQuantized podcast. Can I talk to Sound Oracle?"
Yo, Rich from Anywhere, we are having technical difficulties. I just want to make sure and my phone is dead, bro. This is a lot going on. My phone is dead, so I can't text them. And then Instagram has a weird message on our live screen. I wish I could show y'all.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. By the way, somebody said Sound Oracle is the liger, but we definitely want. We were about to have.
How'd you just throw that in there like that, just casually?
She said it.
Oh yeah, it's a liger.
Winslow said it, but yeah, Rich from Anywhere. Yeah, we having all types of crazy difficulties. Like if you can see the screen that we are looking at on the phone that is shooting this podcast, it's mind-boggling to say the least.
Yeah, we gotta figure it, because I definitely want the homies on there. Rich from Anywhere. You know how we talk about we get consultations from certain people?
Those are the people.
Again, Rich from Anywhere is we talk with these guys when we need advice about certain stuff. We go to them. Yes. Only a couple people in that wheelhouse of if I need advice, I'm definitely gonna call. Busy's in that joint.
Facts.
Diego's in that I'm gonna call for advice.
Facts.
Spacesuit, aka Rich from Anywhere, they're in there. Oracle, of course.
Yeah. If anything, while we get this together, because it's looking like it's gonna be in a later episode that we'll get it together. Follow Rich from Anywhere,
please.
It's a gym-a-thon.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely a gym-a-thon.
Posting that stuff too.
Oh yeah, I've been reposting that stuff real heavy, and I'm not gonna lie. I started reposting that stuff, and I see a few other people start reposting as well. Well, that's a good thing. That is a good thing. Man, don't be like that, man.
Like, no. It just made me think of the for real thing.
You saw how I put it on you?
It just made me think of the yeah.
But we gotta get into that. Yeah. But before we do, man, after this podcast, not now, stay here. But after this podcast, go follow Rich from Anywhere, man. I mean, literally just 100% gems.
Facts.
Yeah.
All gems.
Yeah. All fact, no fiction.
Man, motherfuckers going crazy over that post. They just mad because 80% of them use the same drums. Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, let's get into it, man. So it was my post, but could you explain to the people? Because I feel like this is something you should explain, because this is, while it's everybody's guy, it's your guy.
I'm the, you know how Charlamagne the guy says I'm like a Winfrey Knowles Carter Winfrey whatever that is.
Yeah.
I'm like a Pharrell Timberland Polo the Don Will.i.am Max Martin baby. You know what I mean? Like,
and Pharrell was the first name you named.
Pharrell's number one, and then Chad is like right there. You know what I'm saying? Shay's in there somewhere too.
Yeah.
But I'm a Neptune's baby, right? And I think what happened with that post, so basically the post is Pharrell talking about not using the same sound for too long.
Specifically the grinding drums.
Exactly, the grinding drums, and like being able to keep yourself relevant and moving on. What I think happened is people got so caught up in that he used the same drums over and over that they didn't realize he's talking about over a career. So Pharrell, if you agree or not, has changed his sound several times. You get what I'm saying? It was one from the collab, and they were using more of the live type sounds.
Right.
Well, they were using the little synthetic drums. Then they went to the live type drums.
Right. What was the episode? The point in time we had the Nori guitar.
That was the very beginning with the collab. Then they started doing, like, when NERD, they started putting more live drums. They got Spy Mob. They start playing more stuff on top of it.
True.
They start getting a little more musical. You know what I'm saying? And so Pharrell's always used stock sounds, bro. I feel like that's the thing that people know. Like, it's like a thing. Like, he uses regular sounds and just flips them to his own kind of. So the people, when they were commenting, I'm reading, it's like, yo, yeah, he might have used those Triton drums a bunch of times. I mean, really, it's only a few, but it's other drums he's had that he's used a bunch of times. But these are the same people who are using the Lex Luger clap over and over. The same people that's using the same trap shit, the same Pyrex snare.
Not the Spin's 808.
The same spin. And I'm like, bro, how are you even talking about P, someone who had decades of hits,
right,
off of changing his sound and still being unique? That was the part that got me. I'm like, bro, y'all is tripping, bro. I feel like people get too caught up in the argument rather than understanding what he was trying to say with the whole point.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. When Cliff, shout out to Cliff Henderson once again. When Cliff went in and started slicing people up in the comments, the last part of his comment was, people don't listen. They just so ready to yell cap.
Oh yeah.
People just want to. I wish that phrase never really happened, because, man, you capping. That's cap. I'm like, come on, man. But the thing is, since Pharrell's thing that he was saying was that they didn't use the grinded drums a million times. He said they used it twice or a couple times, which is legit. But everybody took, like, but those other 4 drums, you use those 6 billion times. I'm like, okay, they use those a little more than the grinded drums, but then they evolved from those. Like you were saying, they went to this, used that X amount of times, then went into that. So the thing is, it's still an evolution, but somebody saying we didn't do this a million times, instead of being like, that is true, people are like, but you did this 27 times, and you did this 45 times. And the whole thing is like, you gotta evolve. And if you notice my caption, I posted a video, and in my caption, I put evolve. Right. That was the only word I put in there, just evolve. And that is true. It doesn't mean every day switch up your whole shit. But over time, switch up your whole thing. But like, certain stuff works for a season, and then you keep it moving. But
and to me, that was like you ever see like people when they say stuff, and you be like, oh, they just don't know better.
Yeah.
To me, because here's the thing: if you catch a placement, right, you're gonna get calls of people saying, yo, I need a record like this. Right?
Right.
And what that record like this means, I want that tempo, I want those kind of drums, I want this kind of vibe.
Right.
So naturally what you're going to do is, I'm going to take the elements that I made that last hit from, and I'm going to keep trying to flip it. So that's why you'll see people, and they have, like, we're talking about Pierre Bourne. Pierre Bourne does the same 808 pattern on a lot of those beats, but it don't matter. They jam. They dope beats. You get what I'm saying?
Well, to me, that's the basis of a run.
That's his sound.
When you say somebody had a run,
exactly.
That's their run. But a lot of the people, because the good thing about IG is you can immediately go and check the people that are saying whatever they saying. See, that's the thing. I'm not gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna go check you out.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what you know.
The thing is, some people, the people that had the most shit to say, are still on their first run. Meaning, you've never changed anything.
Right.
You've done the same shit, and I see your shit going back to 2014.
Right.
And you've always done the exact same shit. And the game now is, everybody's like, I got these drums, I got this kick, this snare, this hi-hat, and that's all I use. Not only is that all I use, it's not even specific to me. Even when the Neptunes use what they use,
theirs was different.
If they use it a long time, it was specific to them. No one else was using it. Everybody else, not everybody, but right now it seems like people are all using the exact same shit and never change it. just going on a straight run with the same shit that everybody else is using, and that's why you can't tell anybody from anybody else. And that's just my personal opinion, but I bet it echoes with a lot of people because it kind of it's my opinion, but it's damn near fact.
Because it's like, bro, even then, bro, people would have their own signature snares. It was the Neptune snare, the Underdog snare, which is like that R&B ass.
Tim had 2-3 snares.
Bro, Polo had a snare. Like, that was like the thing, bro. You had your own signature drums. Yeah.
No, yo,
that me.
Yeah. No, Polo had a crazy snare.
Yeah, anyway. But it's like, so that's where it threw me. And yeah, Pharrell used a bunch of those sounds the same time. I mean, he used that clav to death, right? But these are the same people who talking shit about it. It's the same people who using that In Memoriam and Omnisphere patch. Them same bells that everybody's, and I use them too. I have, but now
you don't use them on every beat,
bruh. It be this, but that's what blows my mind. It's like, yo, it's the same people who are using the same sounds that everybody else is using the 808 Mafia siren, but then yet you're talking about Pharrell having runs and having a successful career.
Right.
It's like, yo, you can't even compare the two, bro. Like, that's two different leagues. You know what I mean? And that's part of having your sound is using the same, not exact sounds over and over, but having a vibe to yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you think, bro, Blurred Lines is different than the Khalees stuff. The Khalees stuff is different from like his newer stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, everything has a very different pocket. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I appreciate Pharrell, because he's went through all these years of staying relevant and kind of changing himself. You still know it's Pharrell, but it's still like, it's different all the time.
Facts.
And it's like, bro, it's like, You ain't even got out the gate, bro, and you hating outside the club. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you ain't even in the club, bro, and you still hating.
But it's so easy to hate. I actually was talking to somebody about this yesterday. It's like the default mode for a lot of people is just to hate on something.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you see somebody with a brand new chain on, the first thing a lot of people say is it's probably fake.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but as much time as it took to say that negative thing, you could have said a positive thing. So I just wish people thought more about why their default mode is a negative instead of a positive. Because that has a lot to do with the people you hang around. That has a lot to do with the shit you consume mentally on a regular basis and your mental diet and all that. And I don't want to get too deep in it, but that conversation and that post yesterday really illustrated how a lot of people, even though you could tell some people knew what he was saying, they just had to figure out a way to go that route. And I'm just like, man, that's really crazy. You know who? I won't say what his viewpoints or his conversation was, but you know who this sparked an interesting conversation with me yesterday. Me and him just talking.
Who was it?
Rob Knox.
Oh, snap!
Shout out to Rob Knox, man.
Legend
Awesome.
in the game.
Yeah, super legend. If you don't know Rob Knox, man, look him up. Go follow him. Rob KNOX.
OG sample packs, bro.
Super.
Bro, when I think of sample packs, I think of him, bro.
When you think of Justin Timberlake production, you should think of Rob Knox. Nowadays, when you think of Max Martin, you should think of Rob Knox. That's when, he over there with Max.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, so me and him had a really long conversation yesterday about this whole thing, man. Great guy. Go follow him. But saying that to say, it's crazy how many people just. I was not expecting that type of reaction to that.
Yeah, because you text me because I didn't see it right away, and you text me, it's like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah, I was like, people crucifying Pharrell on my feed right now.
And then I had to come in and like, wait, who talking about me? Who talking about me?
I know that was your guy, so I had to hit you up like, yo.
I came with all the smoke, like, who's saying something?
Oh yeah, you gotta strap up and jump in, but yo. Shout out to Cliff Henderson once again. Cliff with ham.
Like, think about it. If you name a producer who hasn't used the same sounds for a little second, that's popular.
No, nobody. I mean, I was about to say Mustard.
Mustard used the same formula over and over.
Yep.
Kill had a humongous run. Mike Will, pretty much the same. He had a formula to his beats, right?
Facts.
And Kill.
Murder. Metro. Yeah.
And they use very similar drums on damn near every record.
Facts.
Because what's the point of keep switching every time if you found a little pocket that works?
Yeah, my thing is like, switch up, always be different, be dope, but you can have many
pockets.
Little pockets of runs. Like, oh, this was my shit right here.
But you just got I think what Pharrell was saying is don't get stuck. Don't be making 2001 Timbaland beats now. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like with the crickets and the double set. That time has passed. So if that was you back then, it might be time to kind of move to something else. You got to progress and figure out what the next version of you is.
Facts.
But that's what he's saying. Not don't use the same stuff over and over. That's crazy, bro. That's like wearing a shirt once. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm wearing this mug again, bro. I'm washing this drink. Yeah. Dog. So what? I wore these Air Force Ones one time.
Eddie Griffin.
Not Air Force
You notice in his rider.
Oh, for real?
For every show he does, he has to have a brand new pair of specifically.
Oh, I know a couple rappers that's like that. That's why I say Air Force Ones. That every time they get a fresh pair.
And won't put them on to right before they hit the stage.
Oh, bro. I came up, bro, in Jordans because I knew people who only would wear Jordans one time. And we all wore the same size. I'm like, bro, y'all just want to wear them once? Oh, give them to me, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I will clean these mugs up. And, bro, I ain't bought a pair of Jordans in like 4 years.
I know one of them people you talking about,
I ain't bought a pair of Jordans in like 3 years. I got like 40 pair, bro, off of that. Man, get out of here, bro. Why has Chad not gotten more credit for his contributions with the Neptunes?
I think Chad gets credit. Chad just don't...
He don't want it.
He don't be there. He don't show up. So for somebody who never shows up and who's never there, he's always mentioned.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't think he does not get his credit, because people be like, yeah, it was just for real again. Where's Chad? But the fact that everybody's like, where's Chad? Where's Chad? And nobody forgot about Chad. Chad is still like very much on the mind. He's just people just know he's not gonna be there.
Yeah, I feel like with Chad, it's just that's not his personality. Like he don't want to be in the front, so he kind of. So a Jerk Paradise. He said Pharrell was mad about something that day, played itself ridiculously, ran those drums for 10 years. Bro, name 5 songs that use those same drums. Because at first that's what I thought too. Those grinding drums. I was like, yo, he ran them grinding drums through the ground. But then I thought about it, because I even talked about it with my brother. He's like, bro, outside of those couple songs, Woody. And then when I thought about it, I'm like, you're right, bro.
He didn't run the grinding drums long at all. I think everybody latched onto the other drums.
The other drums, he might have ran for a while.
And that's because people saw that little thing. Like you said, this, but what about this?
But my thing is, are they hit records or not? You know what I'm saying? Are they good for songs or not? I don't care if you're using... That was me, I hit this.
Oh, okay.
I don't care if you're using them, you know what I mean? Like the Casio, which they've done and made hit records. Okay. That's what matters. So people arguing, oh, he used those drums for 10 years. Bro, he's been on the charts for 10 years.
It's kind of like if you are like you're a health guru and you're always telling people to eat healthy, and people saw you eat a Snickers one time.
Oh, yeah.
All they're going to talk about is that one time they saw you eat a Snickers.
That just happened. It's this girl on YouTube, and she's like a vegan, and they call her like in a restaurant eating like fish and like all that. And bro, it's a huge deal, bro. I was like, man, let that girl eat whatever the hell she want, man.
Listen, man, sometimes you gotta let a human be a human. I know it sounds crazy, but not everybody is perfect. But like I said, when you could go a negative route and tear somebody down and you feel justified, it's a mob mentality.
That's facts.
Yeah, it's just a mob mentality. And whoa, people went in on Pharrell yesterday, bro.
Ron Marcel says they reuse their own sounds though. Today it's like motherfuckers say I want to be a producer, then say I appointed this night the same old ass drum kit. That's facts, bro.
That is true. They had their own run of the sounds that they used.
If I made them,
that's what I was saying. Like everybody now is gonna. You want the same sounds that everybody else.
It's people selling. It's people selling Pharrell type drums.
Facts, but like the Pyrex snare.
Yeah,
like
that's
you now, yeah. Now it's kind of like the same 5 drums is like the go-to because people want that sound. And one of the things that I was saying yesterday is like technology has evolved to where people can be as dope and as different as they want to be, but it also made people lazy as fuck. Because I could jump in this on Tuesday and be sounding like such and such by Friday because I'm just going to use the exact same stuff that they use. Whereas before, you still had to figure it out. You still had to get your own shit. And even if you went on a run with the same drums, you had to find those drums. You had to do your own thing with those 4 or 5 drums. But now there's only 4 or 5 drums that everybody will use. And that shit is crazy.
Who wasn't using them drums on the Triton back then? Bro, that's... One, the Triton was like the... Bro, that's like getting mad at like all these trap people for using them phantom sound font horns.
Oh god.
Right, everybody use them joints. Or them little what's them little bells and percussion we used to hit them.
The triangle joints?
Remember the trap had that whole little ding, that whole little phase?
The tubular bells.
Yes,
yeah.
Bro. It's like, yo, it's just such a weird time, bro, because it's so many copycat people, but then the people who are unique, they try to find any way to kind of put them down.
Nah, that shit is crazy, man. Look, at the end of the day, do whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. Have your own shit. Have your own sound. Go on your own run. But everybody knows how easy it is to sound like everybody else. And there's so many people that are really going that route. I was talking to somebody yesterday. I'm like, 808, hi-hat, snare, wobbly melody, done.
Oh, yeah.
That's... Yeah, everybody's
throw a little gross beat on there.
Yeah,
that's it.
I'm like, and don't get me wrong, the sound is cool. It's a cool sound, but god damn, switch it up, change it up, do a little something different.
But I think, and it's crazy because the people who are like, Go Grizz as a producer, I really like. I like Grizz, bro, as a producer.
Yeah,
it's not many people that I think is better than Grizz, right?
True,
and he sounds different than. His drum selection is different. It's his.
Right.
He uses trap drums, but something about the way he does it is different.
You know who else is like that? C-Note.
Oh, yeah. Again. Yes.
But that's comes from being a trap producer, but also being super musical. He's very musical.
C-Note's a beast, bro.
Yeah, C-Note crazy.
C-Note is one of those guys I feel like we're going to appreciate him a lot more later on.
Facts.
I feel like people don't quite get it, how good he is.
He is a beast.
Have you seen that joint where they did that LeBron James rap over it? But it sounds like Eazy. They flipped it Eazy.
Yeah.
Bro, that joint is so hard, bro.
Yeah, he got it.
Well, see, that's what why producers had to start tagging their beats. Everyone using the same shit the same way. Facts, bro.
You know, back in the day, like, you heard a Neptune's beat. You knew it was a Neptune. You heard Tim beat. You knew it was Tim. You heard whoever. Now, dog, it could be anybody. And not only could it be anybody, the real disturbing part to me is it could be the difference between somebody who started a month ago and somebody who's been doing it for 10 years.
Right.
And now they sound the same. And I'm like, shit, this is the same across the board.
Exactly.
Like, it's like you went to a public school where some people dress fresh, some people dress bummy, to go into a private school where everybody wear uniforms, and now y'all all just look like the same nerd.
See, Splash Wave Beat says, yeah, people are purposely missing the point under that post.
Yeah, because they want to
argue. Yeah. It's like if you're a DJ, bro. DJs play a lot of the same sets over and over. You keep testing the sets to figure out how to string these songs together.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I had to play a bunch of sets where I'm going to play the same songs but different orders, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to figure out what works the best. It would be stupid for me to figure out something that works and then completely abandon it to start over again.
Yeah, see?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, use common sense, bro. Like, this is a business. People want to buy these products. So it's like, yo, if you have something that works, figure out how to make that new. Keep flipping that. Don't start over and, you know what I'm saying?
Perfect. Man,
but to me, that's where it goes into, I can see where people's business mind is sometimes. Because when they say certain stuff, I'm just like, bro, you're taking this completely out of context, bro. Like, you're taking it wrong.
Right. Or you're just not that invested in it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have that much skin in the game, so you can say crazy shit.
Nah, the internet will show you the haters. You'll learn that when you start running Facebook ads.
Oh my god.
Bro, people will comment on your ads the most hater shit just because they bored.
Yeah.
Bro, I was giving away something for free. They was like, oh, it's not free if you gotta pay the shipping. I said, dog, the product is free. It still even if I give you the product for free, it still costs me to ship it. It still takes me time to package it up.
Right.
So you want me to give you everything for free and me lose money on everything. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
people hate.
Yeah.
People have hit me on ads like, oh, you've done this and you've done that, or whatever, but this is probably not good. Like, probably not good. Like, you don't even know.
At least buy it. At least let me know.
It's probably not even good. Like I said, new chain, probably fake.
Oh, yeah.
It's just...
I heard that clank.
Yeah, it's so easy to go there.
See, JDT Beat says, keep it 100. People have their favorite 808s and punchy kicks.
Yeah,
that's facts.
That is true.
Shout out to everybody using the ultimate kit, using that perfect kit. You know what I mean?
Hey.
They know what it is. You know what I mean?
Hey.
See, music is a creative space. There are no rules. I don't know anyone who is keeping count of how many times a producer uses sound.
Some people are.
They hate.
Some people are. They're like, you know what?
It's like they got a limit. 12. Like, all right, bro, you hit 15.
And that same person that's hating on you is using the same drums.
Bro, too. Every time. Bro, I got claps that I go to every time. Certain percussions. But I'm affecting them different. I understand how to manipulate sound, so I'm affecting them towards the record. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. I got my set of you see my set of like it's like 8 sets of 16 drums.
Right.
It's the H-Town Jones and then you see my set.
Exactly.
Man, listen, but it's about 128 drums in there, but still it's sets of 16 that I've been going to for years.
But that was really his sound. Wasn't many cats using those drums away to Neptunes and had the same keyboard, bro.
Yep,
that's facts.
That is a fact. And think about how many people had the Triton before grinding.
Bro,
everybody had it. That was the go-to keyboard.
That's like having Fruity Loops right now. And then that's like saying if Pharrell had Fruity Loops back then and he was using the hip-hop clap number 4 and all them joints and he was finessing them. Bro, we all got them joints, bro. You can't be mad at that man for figuring it out.
Killed it. Killed the game.
808 Mafia is having fun. Oh, having a run. That's facts.
Facts.
Shout out to Southside, man.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to whoever made those actual drums on the Triton.
Oh, yeah.
The sound design. That's back when sound designers...
They ain't get no love.
That phrase was unheard of. You can say it, nobody knew. Shout out to whoever made that actual kit. Because there was a guy or a team of people that made those actual drums.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't talking about 808 Mafia. He talking about y'all Metro Boomin wannabes. Yeah, I'm not. Bro, I love what 808 Mafia did as far as a collective, as far as individual.
Yeah.
Like, I think what they did is amazing, bro.
It's no shame and there's no downside in being first.
Yeah.
When you're first, you are immune to all the bullshit.
I just think it's so crazy, like, for people using that siren, right?
Oh,
that's the equivalent of me putting on all my beats, I'm putting Weezy out of here on all my beats. Why would I do that? That's the stupidest thing. You know what I'm saying?
Not gonna put, oh my God, Ronnie?
Yeah.
on your beats? Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like, bro.
To use somebody else's tag. That's a tag, man.
Bro, that's a tag. That's like the runners had the little breath thing. The interns had the school bell.
Yep.
Why would I use that? Just Blaze had that little siren thing. Why would I use that? Because that's their identifier.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And you know it.
And
you know, some people act like they don't know it.
That's
just because a person never said, "Hey, this is mine." Nobody else use it. They're like, "Well, you know what it is."
That's like it's a song that somebody got, and it's got Ayo Keys tag in it, but it's just in the song. I was like, wait,
not the whole up joint.
Yeah, but they use it as a sample, not like a.
Nah, that's
yeah, and I'm just like, bro, you know that's they tag, bro.
That's a lot. Oh, shout out to IMO Jizz in here.
Hey.
Yeah, he gave me a super dope video for Moon Rocks. Man, he's starting to show his personality and his. He's starting to like talk.
Yeah.
Yo, keep doing that shit, bro. It's amazing.
I feel like I learned a lot about him too. I seen him, bro. He was out here grinding, had the medical stuff on, still working, bro. So I appreciate that, bro. Like that's respect.
Facts. Yeah, he cool with Don Trunk, and I know Don Trunk from Baltimore. And funny enough, Don Trunk used to be that studio I always talk about way back. Don Trunk used to be in there as a young, super young guy. Young kid, he used to be in there. So, man, shout out to them guys. I didn't know OGs back then at all, but, yeah. Shout out to them. Just had to big them up real quick.
What's the crabs in the bucket scenario? Hey, man.
Facts. It's so easy to be in that negative, that default negative mode, man. As people, sometimes, as a sarcastic person, sometimes you could dismiss it as sarcasm or whatever, but just watch out for how often you say something negative about a person or a thing. Just pay attention because sometimes it'll be more often than not, and it'll take that same amount of time to say something positive about somebody, but it just takes a little more effort, and it only takes more effort is because you don't do that enough. So just try to exercise a little more positivity. That's all I'm saying.
Keith Flo says, "I'm a Polo Danger Timberland baby."
Hey,
That's a good lineup. Can't
amazing.
be mad at that.
Yeah.
Danger's. I need to throw Danger in my little. I need to really sit down and think of my.
Shout out to Danger.
Yeah, Danger's another incredible producer.
I gotta get Danger Moon Rocks, man.
Oh yeah. He could kill that joint.
Yeah, that's a fact.
True. Smoking some people got profiles just to troll and hate on people. That's facts.
Yeah, man.
Wenzel says, well, those same folks could have the same drums as Pharrell and couldn't make Pharrell hits. That's
man, that's a gem.
Let's see. True shit, Wenzel. I've studied Neptunes forever and still ain't on that level, bro. I'm a fan of the Neptunes. I still can't get it down, bro.
There is a timing, non-timing thing that plays a huge part into it. Even if you had, like I said, all the sounds and you knew the chords and all that, there's a pocket that is just unfuckwittable. And they use certain sequencers. There's an outboard sequencer they used to use all the time. And then there's a time, I don't know how much they use the quantizer on that particular sequencer, but it's that little shit. I was saying to Rob yesterday, if you make something and immediately a person is like, man, I could do that, and then they can, then it wasn't this super distinct. It might not have been distinct as you think it. Because a lot of people, like, if you make a beat and then somebody else, if you gave them the same sounds, they can make that same beat in 10 minutes. And in my opinion, there's not enough of you in there. If there's a slight bit of you in there, there'll be something about it that another person can't do.
They'll be like, hey, what is that? Like, how'd you do that?
It could be the hi-hat being timed a little different.
Filters that you use, different.
Right. Yeah. Just something that'll be like, I don't know. I can't get it exactly like they do it.
DJ 912 says, Metro said he used the same drum pattern on 3 different songs. I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. Because you got to think, if you're in Metro, Timbaland, any of these people, the volume of beats you have to make is extremely high. Yeah. Right? So you probably got to make 5-6 beats a day. Right? Yeah. So you telling me that you're going to make 5 or 6 beats a day and not use the same sounds, or something's not going to sound similar?
And there's certain formulas that you can use to make it better. Shout out to Prentice. I talked about all those formulas with Prentice in our consultation. But yeah, there's certain things that you can do, and you'll make a lot of beats faster, and there'll be certain things that people will be like, oh, that is the same as this.
Yeah, exactly.
But it won't be the same beat exactly, but it'll,
But it don't matter until when you get the song on it. The only time it matters is if you have like a album and they're all back to back and they all sound the same. Like a Brandy album. But that one Brandy album, to me, I hated it.
Same tempo, same everything.
It was, you could tell it was one producer, everything the same tempo, and it felt the same.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But that's, to me, the only time it matters. Outside of that, bro, I could care less. If you use the same drum loop on 5 records, as long as it's a good record, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Let's see. The bowl of green M&M's on the rider. I'm going to have nothing but Swedish fish on my drink.
Facts. Hold on, we got to wrap. I got to get ready to get up out of here in a hot second.
Okay, cool. So let's finish up.
Yeah.
Let's see. They even stopped doing the Neptune's FX space sound after a while.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
Star Trek sounds. Star Trek.
Let's see. Older producers used to hide their gear or ignore questions from younger folks back in the day. That's probably why the hate from the younger crowd.
Yeah, it was a different time, though.
I mean, but here's the thing. If I work super hard for something for years, I'm not going to just automatically tell somebody because you're new.
Dog, I'm like that. I'm always like, if we're all pioneers, in the pioneer, the gold rush.
Right.
If we're all digging and I find a spot and there's a ton of gold there and I'm on the way back to cash out my gold. If you're like, hey man, where'd you find that gold? I'm not going to be like, oh, here the coordinates, go there, and then take the rest of it. But I'm from that school, though.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, I work hard for my shit, as you should. Right. And if you get some shit that's dope, if we don't have a relationship like that, I'm not going to ask you.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just a 50-50 thing. Like, don't ask me, and I won't ask you. And, best of luck to you, best of luck to me.
You got to... It's just one of the things that you got to look at for what it is. And I could say the older people could have probably helped the younger people a little bit more, and that's kind of why we started doing the podcast. But then it's been a lot of older people who've helped the younger people, and they just not. I've had mentors. I had people sit me down like, "Yo, this is what you should do. This is how." You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
we're different. We get crucified for doing this podcast, bro. We get producers saying, "Bro, why do you tell people this stuff?"
Yeah, y'all say too many gems, and also the flip side of that crucifying is as many gems as we give. In I'm always like saying shit like, use this, try this, blah 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 blah. If there's one thing that somebody asks me that I might not want to answer, despite answering 100 other things, they'll be like, you know what, you be hating on us because you didn't answer that one question I asked you.
That's right.
But that person is usually looking for the one. They're gonna press you until they ask that one thing. Like, hey man, what's your social? You know, exactly. They don't get that, and you're like, nah, I can't tell you that. Oh, see,
exactly.
Yeah.
Keyflow says Timberland used to hide the ASR10 like we didn't know what that was. I don't know about that one.
Nah, it was known he used ASR.
Yeah, well, I don't ever recall it being a hidden thing. No. I think if you didn't know what that keyboard was, but if you were a producer, shit, I knew exactly what that was.
Shit, when I was a rapper, I knew what ASR was because people that made my beats use ASR.
Bro, as soon as I seen it, I'm like, oh, ASR, because you see that big ass zip drive.
It's big as shit.
Bro, if you knew equipment, you knew what it was. Bro, we had Scratch Magazine, bro, which would tell everybody's equipment.
Yeah, it was a list in that shit.
I think people get the mistake of, it wasn't that they were hiding. It's just the access isn't like it is now.
Right.
Now you have access that people post so much. Back then, for a camera crew to be there, for you to have video, it was a big deal, bro. You had to hire somebody with a camera, somebody who knew how to edit, to rip all the stuff, cut it up. So, of course, it wasn't that much stuff shared. And then, again, music was different. It was, to get into the studio was a whole ordeal. To get in those circles was a big deal.
Yeah, and also, biting was a big thing. If you told somebody, I use this keyboard and I use these samples and these drums, that was crazy back then. Bro, like, now it's just such a wealth of information and so many people have access to certain things. Right. But yeah, back then, like, that was a lot.
I've been on the same team with people and they hide and they scream. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how important being different was.
Listen, man, intellectual property is a thing. Yeah. It's still a thing. Don't let the trend of sharing of information. I share 90 to 95% of what I know. There's going to be 10 or 5% that I keep for myself. And there's no shame in that. And don't let anybody shame you into keeping some type of intellectual property. Because a lot of people will try to shame you into it, and really what they're doing is they're just pillaging your knowledge. And they're going to go off and they're going to use it, and they're going to act like they were the first ones to do it and never care about you. So while you can share, I believe you should definitely share more than you keep. Have a bit of it that's you. Intellectual property is a thing.
That's facts. Wenzel says, even if you're real all the time, people will think your necklace is real even if it's fake. It's all about your credibility.
Exactly.
Bars.
Exactly.
Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up. I think we're at the end. I heard Rockwell say, you're not a producer with your fingers. You're a producer between your ears. That is facts.
That's a bar.
I think that was my actual, I started doing the music tips of the week. And that was my music tip. It was like, yo, your best doll is between your ears. Like, your brain is really what, it doesn't matter your tools. It's your brain. Right. Your ear training, you know?
And your talent is the ability to get what's in here out into the world. And also, you ever heard somebody that thinks that they're super dope and they really aren't good? I think a lot of those people, there's just a disconnect between, they have great taste. And up here, it's good, but it's just transferring it to get it to the keyboard, to the computer, out the speakers to be like it is up here. Exactly. That's the disconnect. And that's why they believe in themselves so highly.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, any plugs, bro?
Man, listen, if you haven't gotten it, get Moon Rocks. This is a different type of drum kit. This shit is going ham. Everybody's getting it. I put out 1 million drum kits, and this one feels different from the rest of them. Ask anybody in here that's copped it, see what they think about it. But yeah, this weekend, man, get Moon Rocks. Soundoracle.net.
Hey, I got a couple plugs. of course, our producer giveaway.
Yes.
It's Sound Oracle, Busyworks Beats, Young Diego Ave, myself, the producer kid. We teamed up. We're giving away a Kai all blacked out MPK, the real sexy one. Woo. We're also giving away about $500 in gift cards between soundoracle.net and the producer kit. All you got to do is go to our Instagram, follow the instructions. We all got it posted up. So go do that. Tag some friends, let them know. And then even if you just want to just help your boys out, tag some friends. Let some people know. Somebody else might want a keyboard. Give them a chance to win. And then, of course, check out the Music Producer Mindset, the production course, step by step. Me, Diego F, Super Dupes, Stephen McGregor, Rob Marks. Step by step production guide. We go from music theory to flipping samples to arranging your songs correctly to how to get them mixed and mastered properly using just whatever you got.
The how and why.
Yeah, so it's not just like, yo, use this, do this, but why we do this and understanding the mindset behind why we do this at this time, which is the most important part.
Perfect.
So, Music Producer Mindset, check that out. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
UnQuantized podcast.
Oh, and then next week, man, we're gonna try to get our guests on. Sorry we couldn't get them on. Instagram was.
Shout out to shout out to Rich from Anywhere, man. Until we get them on the show, go follow them on Instagram. Rich from Anywhere, all spelled out the way it is.
Nick Juris says, "Hi guys, love the show. Can you give me a shout out?"
Nick Juris is a shout out.
All right, guys.